see him all the time, especially this time of year on the ESPN family of networks, including Get Up and several national radio shows. He is our NFL insider here on the Vic at Theo and Stoney. Is Mike Tannenbaum with us here on ESPN 106.3. Mike, thank you for taking the time as always. First off, before we get into football things, I've been taking a lot of flack for saying that I appreciate a simple 8-ounce steak filet because it meets my needs. It gets me full. I don't have leftovers. What's your preferred, say you're going out, your preferred cut of steak is what?
Well, it really, context is everything. If I'm out with Rex Ryan, I want like the double eagle tomahawk.
Yeah.
If I'm going out with my wife, it's the 8-ounce petite filet. So, context is everything.
Man, that was really elaborate and perfect.
Yeah.
That was what you can tell Mike's on it. He's been breaking down draft stuff for the last couple of weeks, and now he's applied that to every part of his life. By the way, medium rare. Are we in agreement here? Medium rare is the way to go?
There's a big difference between Michelle Tannenbaum and Rex Ryan. If it's Rex, like the steak is barely dead. If it's my wife, it's like double extra well done. So, again, context is everything. And the caloric explosion that it is with Rex versus my petite wife is also we're talking about 1,000-calorie difference between the two.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a good. You've got to adjust. You're a man of many talents. You got to be able to adjust and adapt on the fly. That's all fair.
It's like getting a line of scrimmage. You got to check with me and see what the defense is running, and I sit down with the menu and see who I'm meeting with.
Oh man, that is so good. I love that. I could actually break down Mike Tannenbaum's steak preferences and his approach for the entire segment. Well, we'll get to some football here. Mike Tannenbaum, our NFL insider here on ESPN 106.3. Let me just give you a hypothetical. Hypothetical here. By November, who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Oh, I think it's Justin Fields, guys. I think it could be sooner. I think he's a perfect fit. You go back to those great years that Ryan Tannehill had in Tennessee with Arthur Smith, and I think the skill set that Justin Fields has, similar to Ryan, I think he has to develop a little bit more. But I think it's a great match pairing, and really excited to see what Justin Fields can do in that offense.
I know that you said this morning on Get Up on ESPN that Michael Penix Jr. seemed like a great fit for the Rams. You felt like that would be a good marriage there. Michael Penix Jr., what do we have to do to get him into the discussion of like the top 4 or 5 quarterbacks in the draft? Where is he? Where are his greatest strengths, and where is he most deficient right now in your mind?
Well, I think he's clearly one of the 4 or 5 best quarterbacks.
Okay.
Obviously, it just come down to injury. 2 ACLs, had a shoulder injury as well at Indiana. But the last 2 years, he's been healthy. He ran a sub 4.6 40 and jumped 36 inches, which is really good for a quarterback. And I had said, look, you look at the Rams or even the Cowboys. If you could get a guy like him at $3.3 million on a 4-year deal, and you're paying Dak Prescott $55 million. Look, is Dak a better quarterback right now than Michael Penix? Yes, but is he $52 million a year cheaper? I mean, better? I don't know about that. So I think Michael Penix really helped himself yesterday, and I think he will definitely go in the first round.
Theo, you want to get into this?
I would love to.
All right.
I would love to. Mike
So, Mike, what we appreciate about you is that you say a lot of things, and if we bring it up to you on this show, you'll defend yourself. You'll provide context, very much like you did with your steak preferences at the beginning of this. So, on Monday on Get Up, you proposed a trade: Cardinals, Vikings, Kyler Murray, and with a prize being J.J. McCarthy then to Arizona. Let's listen back to it real quick. Here's Mike Tannenbaum and his proposal on Get Up on Monday. You have it, Stone? Okay. We're just getting it queued up here real quick. So Mike Tannenbaum, again, brought up the proposal of the Cardinals. Do we have it, Stone? Is it not working? Okay, let's just ride with it then. All right.
Yeah.
So here we go. Theo thought that was, well, you tell him, Mike.
I just thought, why would you have the Cardinals putting J.J. McCarthy out there on the field, throwing it to Michael Wilson and God knows who, in a division with a bunch of dogs? Matthew Stafford, Geno Smith, and Brock Purdy, who's surrounded by all that talent. Why would this be a good trade for the Arizona Cardinals, getting off of Murray and taking J.J. McCarthy? Because I don't have the same beliefs in McCarthy that you have, obviously, right?
Yeah, a couple of reasons, Theo. First of all, he's $27.5 million a year per year cheaper over the next 2 years than Kyle Murray. So with that $54 million, you could go out and sign, a number of receivers, Odell Beckham, there's a lot of other guys out there. Plus, in my scenario, you were also getting the 11th pick, which could easily be Roman Duzier. So, to me, again, context is everything here. Kyler Murray's 6 years older. He missed 9 games last year. Kyler Murray hasn't played a full season since 2020. So if I could go younger, cheaper, more durable, I think it's candidly a pretty easy decision for Arizona.
Man,
now Theo's big thing was, but the dead cap money.
Yes,
but the dead cap money. But the dead cap money. So, Mike T, I ask you, how concerned would you be over the Kyler Murray dead cap money?
Yeah, listen, you're going to swallow it this year, but it's half of what Denver's swallowing on Russell Wilson. It's closer to what Matt Ryan cost Atlanta. And look, you're paying that bill once, but after that, you got a quarterback who's 6'2", 219 pounds. Threw 49 touchdowns, rushed for another 1,000 yards, started 28 games and won 27. That sounds pretty good to me.
So what is it? So who gets the credit for all the wins at Michigan? Because they got 18 guys that went to the combine. Their coach is now being heralded as one of the greatest, and Jim Harbaugh, who we know. And you also said Harbaugh going to the Chargers, they're immediately going to be a team that's going to be contending for Super Bowl soon. Who gets the credit for this Michigan winning streak when they're flooded with NFL talent, and a guy like J.J. McCarthy isn't even leaned on to give them wins, though he made some big plays and moments? I just don't see why the projection is so high right now for J.J. McCarthy. What are you seeing that I'm missing?
Well, let's go back to the 2022 Illinois game at home. Took him back in the fourth quarter, both with his arm and his legs. Second half against Alabama, the CFP this year, made some massive throws, including one to Roman Wilson. So there's plenty of times that he made big plays, big moments. And if you look at the stats, when the 3rd and 7 or longer this year, he has the highest QBR of any quarterback coming out. So in the biggest moments, he played best. And I'm not saying he would have had Jaden Daniels' statistics, but if you put J.J. McCarthy at LSU and you put Jaden Daniels at Michigan, what would their respective performances look like? It would have been a sort of an interesting discussion, but I think he's played exceptionally well. And obviously he's well coached. But I think you look at the tape, it's good, and I think the character is fantastic and has a ton of upside.
All right. Look, you're the one with the football acumen. What I'll say is I've seen a lot of teams trade up for and draft some of these guys like the Mitch Trubisky's and the Josh Rosens, and some of them right, some of them wrong. But J.J. McCarthy, it's like the burden of proof on his shoulders right now. It seems like we're giving him a lot of potential grades and not what he's done, and it's a little confusing.
Well, let me ask you this, Mike. Jim Harbaugh proclaimed that J.J. McCarthy had the greatest throwing day in the history of pro days. Do you concur with that assessment from Jim Harbaugh?
I thought C.J. Stroud's was better. I thought, look, if you go over the last 10 days, guys, J.J. McCarthy had a great one, but, boy, so did Penix, Daniels, and Drake May. I think when it's all said and done, we're going to be talking about 2004 where Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, and Eli Manning all come out, and they all turn out to be really good. I think those top 4 quarterbacks are just going to be outstanding pros, and I think they're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if Arizona doesn't take McCarthy, somebody else will, and they'll make a trade. And presumably, if you had to pick a team right now, you'd say Minnesota, who's at 11. They have 2 firsts, 11 and 23. Presumably, they could get up to 4. They take McCarthy. Arizona slides back, and they take, who's ever there, Malik Neighbors, Roman Duzier, and they get the receiver at 11.
Man.
Mike Tannenbaum, our NFL insider here on ESPN 106.3. I can't wait for 4 years from now. J.J. McCarthy's a Pro Bowler, and then Theo has to eat all this and revisit all this.
I will.
Yeah.
I will eat those words for sure if he does. But if 4 years from now he ends up like where Zach Wilson is right now, then what do I get to do then?
Well, you can.
Mike buys you a tomahawk steak.
Yeah. Just like there's a difference between Michigan and BYU, there's a big difference between J.J. McCarthy and Zach Wilson.
Ooh, let's go. Oh, that brings me to this, Mike. Zach Wilson, is he ever going to get traded? Is he? They've been sitting. The Jets said, yeah, go ahead and explore trades. The problem is you need people to have to want you in that scenario. Zach Wilson, what is going to happen with this guy?
Yeah, it's a great question, Ken. Look, I think they got to eat his guaranteed money this year. They're going to have to wind up releasing him. I don't think anyone's going to give up much unless the Jets eat most of his contract. So this could be a conversation we're having in July or August, guys.
Yeah. If we're giving up 6th for Justin Fields, I mean, Zach Wilson, good luck, my friend. Good luck, my friend. So as we get closer and closer to the draft here, and as we get closer to the ultimate evaluation process, there's still a couple of more pro days. Let me ask you this, because there's been a lot of talk about pro days. Have you ever been someplace where someone had a bad pro day? I feel like I've never heard of a bad pro day. Even like Johnny Manziel tore up his pro day. Did you ever go as a GM ahead of the Jets or the Dolphins and you went to a pro day and you're like, oh boy, that was rough?
Yeah, and actually had some throwing sessions, like private sessions for guys who were thinking about trading up for in the first round that had horrible days and like basically.
Mike, drop the names.
Like, back on.
Drop the names. Who was it?
I'll do that over Wagyu steak, but
So it is possible.
Yeah.
It does happen where you see someone, you're like, oh, that is not good. And you said, guys, you were thinking about going into the first round for that this face planted on their pro day?
And I'll take it a step further. There was a guy that we flew out to see, sent him our playbook ahead of time, and basically we're going to quiz him on it. And when we got there, it was very apparent that he didn't even look at it. Needless to say, that did not sit well with our coaches.
Wow.
You got Bo Callahan.
Yeah, he did get
There's
Bo
a couple
Callahan.
names in there.
Yeah,
I
that's a
think
great
Jamarcus-
point.
That's
That's
exactly right.
Yeah. So Mike, I appreciate you always coming on and facing the constant criticism. And here's the thing. What I don't appreciate, we can grill you on some of the things you said and you stand up for yourself. What I don't like when you're giving points, I don't like Bart Scott snickering in the background, Mike. Could you tell him that we collectively have a problem with Bart Scott trying to one-up you on the set of Get Up when you make a bold draft point, okay?
Yeah, especially, by the way, that I overpaid Bart by millions and millions of dollars. He should have obviously be a little bit more respectful.
Yes!
How many
Mike
dunks?
Tannenbaum, that
How
is
many
an
posters?
all-world performance that he just put on here on Levicka, Theo, and Stone. God, is that good. Mike, appreciate you. We'll talk to you next week, okay? Thank you.
All right. Have a good weekend.
All right. That is Mike Tannenbaum, who
At a loss for words.
doesn't give a damn.
He just had a torch out for like 10 minutes.
He's Anthony Edwards right now, soaring towards the rim, and we're all John Collins.
He
You
just
were John Collins first.
I was
though.
John Collins, collectively with Zach Wilson, who called a stray in that
he just
too.
thrunked it.
He thrunked on.
He
him.
thrunked on him.
Don't
I
ruin a
think-
good moment.
I think there was a lot of thrunking, but I'll have the last word in 3 years when J.J. McCarthy is being given permission to seek a trade like Zach Wilson.
So
I'm standing on that.
him saying Michigan a little bit different than BYU and him just dunking all over Bart Scott there. There you go. That's
It's pretty good.
awesome.
It wasn't
That's
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
It was great.
It was great.
Yeah, that was elite level stuff.
Woo!
And now Canty's got to follow that up.
Yeah, right. Chris Canty, 1245. Good luck, pal. Good
We
luck,
should just
pal.
ask him all of these same exact questions and see if he brings the thunder on everything.
I think
know
he's
it's
going medium
unrelated.
with a steak, though.
You
He's
think
not
he's
going
going
pink.
medium?
He's not going pink flash like you guys. Y'all are
He's
crazy
a-
people.
That's a grown ass man.
Yeah.
He wants
He's eating.
That
he's
man
eating
can
raw like
handle
y'all.
pink steak.
no doubt.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
no doubt about it. By the way, how intimidating would it be to sit down to a steak dinner with Rex Ryan and have to keep pace with that?
When he orders
don't.
tomahawk.
Because you've got the tomahawk with Rex. You probably
bloody-
have like cream spinach on the side. You got mac and cheese. You got God knows what sides you have in that spot.
Yeah.
Rex puts it right here. His napkin. He puts it in the shirt. I feel like he's one of those.
Oh,
types.
he's a
100%.
shirt tucker.
He's a
A
bib.
napkin.
Yeah.
He's a bib guy.
Yeah, whether it's steak or
Yeah.
feet, this guy's putting the bib in his shirt.
Whether he's
100%.
signing on steak or feet, he's a mwah,
Yeah.
chef's kiss. Absolutely. Feet, the other white meat. So at least in his case, I'm assuming.
Right.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, it could be a black meat.
It could be black meat. It
could be
all
dark meat.
kind of
I don't
colors.
know.
You
Well,
just-
that
you don't
backfired.
know.
I mean, his wife's white. I don't know.
I don't
All
know.
right, good times.
I've never seen the guy's wife.
No, white.
Okay.
Yeah. But everybody has.
Let's get out of here, guys.
You know,
Get
we
a
were
break.
rolling
Jupiter
too.
Joe, save us.
We were rolling.
Jupiter Joe, where are you?
We were absolutely rolling too, and then I just completely.
Speaking of last night too, I stayed up till midnight watching the Cubs Rangers finish.
Oh, the
It was
Rangers
epic.
got jobbed last night, by the way.
They didn't get jobbed. They came back for redemption. They got jobbed for a good 2 minutes.
Initially, they got jobbed. Yes.
Go
Ball
Cubs.
never lies.
Cubs. They've
But
been
that was
sticking
not
with
a
it.
that was not a pass
It's
ball. That was
also
a foul.
not a good start to Chicago. Even though I'm with
Hey.
you, I'm co-signing. It was.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the defending champs, but
Right.
your Cubs World Series, you're 0-1, just like the White Sox.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's just like you got a taste of what it's like to go up against the champs. Now you go through the rest of the 161.
I mean, we're just over 3. It was the Marlins. It was the Sox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cubs.
3 hits for the White Sox yesterday. 3.
Sell the
3.
team.
Yeah. I agree with those people chanting that.
Yikes.
Jerry Reinsdorf, goodbye, please. By all means, though, keep threatening to move the team to Nashville. Dope. Have you all heard Hard Rock Bet legal in Florida? Hard Rock Bet, Florida Sportsbook, the only legal place to bet on sports. You can bet on your favorite teams tonight and every night on the top-rated Hard Rock Bet app. Easy sign-up, fast deposits and withdrawals, PayPal, Venmo, cards, and more. Hundreds of props, parlays, live play-by-play, betting across every sport. You can bet anywhere in the state of Florida. Get started. Download the Hard Rock Bet app, App Store, Google Play Store, online, hardrock.bet. That app is super easy to use. And when you sign up, a no-regret first bet up to $100. Try Hard Rock Bet now. Get a no-regret first bet up to $100. You can use your no-regret first bet on parlays, props, overs, and more. Any games you choose. If your first bet doesn't win, it means you get up to $100 back to try again. The amount you bet, the same amount you get back paid as a bonus bet. That is Hard Rock Bet, Florida Sportsbook, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 or over, physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. Real quick, I do want to go around the room. In terms of just like alone moments, affection, preferences, feet, thumbs up, thumbs down, or just in the middle. You have no like desire at all, or no thought one way or another.
I wouldn't go Rex Ryan.
Okay. Because that's like extreme.
Or Jupiter Joe.
Yeah, they have a thing.
I'm also not afraid of feet. You know what I'm saying? Like my
I know
wife's
people
feet,
that are afraid of feet.
Yeah.
So you're like in the middle.
I'm like, yeah, feet are cool with me.
Stone,
for sure.
thumbs
Pretty
up or
feet.
thumbs down or in the middle with when it comes to feet as a preference.
Big thumbs up for me. I need to have feet-on-feet action for me to fall asleep at night.
Huh.
Okay.
Like legs
That's for
across
warmth,
feet.
though,
No,
too.
that's
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 warm.
like a comforting
Yeah.
type of thing. I mean like a
Like,
type
look
of
at the
thing.
feet. Look,
Thumbs
yeah.
up. But
Okay. But
I'm not.
it's
Not
not
a
like
freak
it's
about it.
Yeah, it's not
Right.
like an end game. Like it's just
We live a very active lifestyle too. So like a lot of pickleball, a lot of tennis. A
Oh
lot of
yeah,
volleyball.
so there's
yeah,
calluses and things like that and like
hard body.
okay. I'm
That's why you gotta
I'm
soften it up a
indifferent.
little bit. Give it a little
Oh, I do,
massage
I
end of the
do.
day. Yeah.
My wife really not a fan of feet. Hey,
Yeah.
she thinks feet are actually kind of gross. Not my
Yeah,
feet,
I was
just
saying,
feet
is
in
that your
general.
fault, though?
My thing is though, genetically, I have like finger toes. My toes are extremely long.
So it's your
You can like
fault.
pick up a pencil and write with it.
I absolutely
Yeah.
could pick up a pencil and
No,
writing
you
utensil
couldn't.
with my
Pretty freaky.
toes, without question.
Do it right now.
All right, in the break, I'll do it. In the break, I'll do it. I'll pick up
I
a pen with my toes.
don't wanna be a
But as
part of
far
it.
as this conversation's concerned, I'm in the middle on. Yeah. Oh God!
Supposed to
All
get
right,
you a
when we
break, like,
come
4
back,
minutes ago.
Yeah.
Chris Canty
CC.
joins us. Hopefully, he has no idea what he's walking into. That's Theo. That's Stone. I'm Ken. Levick at Theo. Get it walking. Levick at Theo and Stone. ESPN 106.3.